Audio 9.1.
I've just finished reading a book by Ken Robinson about how schools are killing off children's creativity. It really made me think. All the stress about exams and grades could be stifling children's creativity. In some ways, it's really sad. According to him, right now, in a classroom somewhere in the world, a child will be losing their excitement about new things and enthusiasm for learning. I think it's true that children won't learn what they aren't interested in.
Oh, you're right there.
Yes, but it wasn't just that. He was saying that this is actually causing a major problem for companies right now, one that experts are quite concerned about.
What do you mean?
Well, he said that in tomorrow's fast-moving world, a company's success will depend on its ability to come up with innovative solutions. But it seems there's a real problem with the way graduates have been taught to think. They are steered towards more practical and technical degrees, but they aren't encouraged to experiment with ideas and make mistakes.
I suppose that's true enough. If schools and universities will focus so much on facts and technology, it's no surprise that many companies can't find graduates who can produce imaginative solutions. But I think we have to remember that students do have to learn some facts. I mean, they can't always just be creative all the time. That might get a bit tedious too. Anyway, he's not the only one with some interesting ideas on education. I was going to tell you about that talk I saw by Sugata Mitra.
Oh, I've heard of him. But aren't his ideas a bit controversial?
Well, yes, a lot of people don't agree with him, but he has done some amazing things.
Yes, I read about the hole-in-the-wall experiment. It sounded intriguing, but I wasn't really convinced it would work.
Well, Mitra says if you give a child a computer, it won't be long before he or she starts to use it. That's exactly what he tried out in the hole-in-the-wall experiment.
And those kids didn't know how to use a computer before, right?
Not only that, they didn't know English either. But Mitra says that, left alone, children will come up with a solution to any problem. You know, find out how to do it or learn other things they need on the way.
Really? I find that a bit hard to believe. Did it work?
Well, it seemed to, for a while anyway. More recently, he started leaving children problems to solve. You know, just asking a question and letting them research it on their own, without a teacher around at all. And it's amazing what they come up with. To answer a question, the children will have had to work out what they need to do and then visit lots of different websites to find the answers.
And they just do it on their own, right? No teacher? So how do they judge which sites are worth reading and which are just rubbish? Wouldn't they need some help from someone with that?
I can see that is a problem. Something else he told us about was a thing called the Granny Cloud.
I read about that too. The idea behind that was to encourage the kids, wasn't it?
Yes. He claims that just by someone saying something like, your project sounds amazing, will you tell me about it, that's enough to keep the kids enthusiastic. I mean, we all know it's a good idea to involve as many people in the community as possible. Then the children feel what they're doing is valued.
You can't disagree with that. I'm just not convinced I could leave my class alone with a load of computers and expect them to come up with any answers.